way, and I think we've made a unique, and it is fun, you know. So I'd like to keep it that way, but I'd like to make some changes so we can deal with some of these issues that the others have mentioned.
Absolutely, I agree. And in my experience, and as many of you will be well aware, I've gotten around a bit. I think Liberalia is unique in terms of the functioning of its government. It's got an elegant and very well-structured government. Of course, it's not perfect, but that's because we've got our expectations so high, because we've had so much success with the functioning of a democratic government, which I think is something that is very, very special, and something that we should, you know, we should look after, as it were. Not to be corny or anything, but we need to make sure we preserve what we have. But at the same time, we need to make sure that it continues to work in the future. Because if we lose it, we lose one of the most integral parts about what makes Liberalia Liberalia.
I completely agree. Actually, I'd just like to make one last closing point for Chief. I thank him for doing this, but I would like to point out that this is the fact that he can do this and we can discuss this is a prime example of why our democracy and our system works so well, where Cheesy can, well, even though PF2 won the election and is now Prime Minister leading a coalition government which opposed the previous regime's policies on this matter, it is good that we can actually allow debate, unlike Karops, and, you know, kick everyone else out. We can actually allow an opposition to, you know, give their own views, and we can all give them a fair go. I think PF2 will allow them to, you know, keep him accountable in the same way that he did them, and they can, you know, that they can voice their opinions equally. That's what the Parliament's about, and I hope the new opposition will take heed of that and use it well.
Well, thank you to Cheesy for giving us your comments. We're really pleased that you were willing to contribute, and we certainly thank you both for the contribution you made tonight. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And now we also have a very special interview. Unfortunately, we weren't able to audio-vise it live-ish, as we were with Palestine Free 2. But we have a official interview with Northern Chittower, the delegate of Lazarus, where there was a recent invasion that unseated his power temporarily. Well, we've got a full transcript here somewhere. So, PMK, would you like to begin with that?
Well, I haven't actually got the transcript in front of me, so I'll just give a brief explanation, and then I'll have to get you to use that. Well, we wanted to start a new segment. Bandolin seems to have been on the same mental wavelength, just linked as us at the same time, which is a bit bizarre. We wanted to create a foreign correspondent section where, as the government has discussed in the election campaign, PF2 has spoken about wanting to expand our diplomatic horizons again, and I think we wanted to further educate the wider our community as to what's out there in the wider NS world, and get them active, you know, get them involved in what's going on. So we want to interview the movers and shakers out there. So here's Northern Chittower.
Right. Well, the first question we actually asked Northern Chittower was, okay, so you're the delegate of Lazarus. How exactly is the delegate legitimately chosen in Lazarus? And to this, Northern Chittower replied, well, in Lazarus we have a monarchy, and our king and queen appoints a second-in-command, the seneschal. This has been the way since the introduction of Mandate 5 a few years back now. When the king retires, he leaves to region in the command of the seneschal. If there are no challenges to this, then they take over. Basically, it's the same as in a real-life constitutional monarchy. We have a line of succession. And I think PMK, do you have any comments on this?
Well, I think it's interesting. One of the things I actually look for when I go to other regions is I try to find out how their system of government works, and I think, well, people on Earth have different things appeal to them differently. Me, it's the political side, others it's the RP, but this is something I find generally interesting, and I think we can learn things from other regions and about their system of government. I think it's helpful that we can go and help others, so I think it's good. I think we should all be learning how our neighbours work.
Yeah, certainly.